Gave us a little bit of a scare there, didn't they? Mm-hmm. How you guys doing? Hanging on out there? Let me ask you this question. Were any of you guys like me who, deleted the app? Yeah. Deleted the app, yeah. I did that. So I had to wait a little while to get back up here, and I would say I'm back, but I mean, hey, we weren't even gone that long. I mean, how are you doing? Got anything you want to tell me? Want to catch up on some things? All right, let's get back to it. Let's get back to what's going on, you guys. It's your boy Brass, aka Raps Truth Seeker, and you are now rocking with Facts and Conspiracies. Welcome back. It's been a few days, but we already disclosed that in the beginning. Now, let's talk about what's still going on. LA has not stopped burning. As a matter of fact, San Diego caught on fire. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. Like, there's no jokes here. Y'all might want to go look into that. Nothing has really stopped over there. So here we are almost through the month of January, and still, as a matter of fact, some other places caught on fire. The Bronx, that spot in Fort Worth, Texas, caught on fire. A whole lot of Africa is on fire too. Yeah, that's also happening. They got a fire problem there too. Some people have gone around and put other people on fire, which that's not funny. That's not a game. Beware. People are, that's just crazy. Could you imagine that? The lady in New York. Could you imagine being on a train and then some dude from somewhere we don't even, he just comes and puts you on fire. And then sits there and watches. It was crazy. Or how about that 20-year-old girl where her ex-boyfriend or some knucklehead, whatever, puts her on fire. 20 years old. 20 years old, people. What the world, man? Like, oh, peep this. How about there's so much craziness going on that, of course, we have to increase the security measures. With all the crazy things going on, we have to try to stop the crimes before they can become crimes. So we have to get a little bit more into your business now. And to me, when I hear things like this, I think to myself, oh boy, more security means less freedoms, less rights. And to the people that sound horrified and mortified about the things going on, or who are clearly horrified and mortified by the things going on, they'll think that this is possibly a good thing, and it normally does not work out to where it's a good thing ultimately, but it helps some things, but it doesn't stop everything, because let's be honest, the world really just needs some Jesus. That's what we need. Some hallelujah. We need some Jesus. That's why people are tripping. Yeah, we're in those times. I want the people that don't believe to look at me real quick. We're in those times where Bible believers believe that Jesus is coming back. It's written in there. It's written in the Bible. You have to go check this out in order to understand that. You can't just hear about somebody talking about it. Go read it. Go read it. In the book of Matthew, Jesus was talking about the signs of him coming back, and earthquakes and terrible weather and disastrous occurrences and humans being cold, having a cold heart, not really caring about what they do. These are signs of the times. As a matter of fact, it was likened to the days of Noah. And if you know anything about the days of Noah, it was rough. Yeah, you know how you always got them people that's like, well, why did God do that to those people if he cares about all people? Well, that's because all those people weren't exactly like you and me. They were doing some other things. Crazy things. Like, imagine the world with none of your laws. Yeah, and a whole lot of knowledge, but no laws or rules or care on how it's governed. That was the days of Noah. Well, that's what is predicted to come into now. And as you can look around and see, maybe to your left, you might see a fire. Maybe to your right, you might even see a fire. And maybe in front of you, you might see oncoming fire. You might not understand what I'm saying is you're in them times that the Bible was already talking about. You know, this book that some people be like is man-made and was written by so many different hands and they can't even tell you which ones. Though, yeah, no, we gonna stop and protesting a little bit.
There was a bit of a double count, and I guess it's a bit of good news that the number isn't 19 but 17. But don't forget, there are many people fighting for their lives in the hospital who were transported, so this number could unfortunately increase again.
I received a call from President Biden, and he has made it clear that whatever we need, the White House is going to be there for us.
Oh, here's an update. So Trump has finally been inaugurated, and he immediately got to just showing us what he wanted to do.
Trump is starting his first full day in office, and the president is hitting the ground running. He's taking more than 200 executive actions aimed at reversing Biden-era policies, declaring a national emergency at the border, withdrawing the U.S. from the World Health Organization and climate change accords, and pardoning January 6th rioters. Trump administration officials say Andrew and Matthew Valentin, two Pennsylvania brothers convicted of assaulting law enforcement during the attacks on the Capitol, have already been released from the central detention facility in Washington, D.C. They were out just before midnight.
For those of you that are worried about these things, pray. For those of you that are not worried about it, pray. I'm just saying pray anyway, because no matter who your president was, guess what? They're not going to stop the plans of God. They can't. There's no human that powerful. There's no government that powerful. But that's another story. Let me go into what made me make this video. This video was not my original planned video. I had planned on taking you guys through how I got this app back. You know, for those of you that might want to share that information, you know. But what I'm going to show you is the plans of the future of America. See, all of these things going on, whether it's intentional or not, there's plans for this country that's going to go through, that we're going to have to continually go to. Like, there's no day in America that was not in a plan. America is a well-written plan in itself. But I want you guys to see what all of this alertness and all of these fears is building up to. Because what you're gonna probably figure out, if you haven't figured out already, is Big Brother is always watching, and Big Brother likes to watch a little closer than Big Brother used to. Matter of fact, you would almost think that Big Brother is trying to find ways to dictate, navigate, and insinuate and persuade more so than Big Brother used to. Big Brother used to be more like a big cousin, but now Big Brother is all up in your face and all up in your grill. Like, what's good? What's good? What you got going on? Like, if I'm not careful right now, Big Brother is probably sitting somewhere looking at me like, he just won't stop talking. Love you, Raps True Secret. Because that's just how Big Brother is. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about real quick, all right?
There's a shocking new development in police technology that I'd like to tell you guys about. It's called ODIT. It stands for On-Device Interception Tool. This tool requires the police to get a warrant. Once they have that general warrant to use the ODIT technology, they install a device on your phone, and we don't know if it's in real life or whether or not it's remote, but nonetheless, it allows the police to monitor your use of a phone in real time. This means as you're typing and sending text messages, signal messages, receiving videos, sending photos, no matter what you're doing, if this technology is installed on your phone, the police can watch in real time as opposed to after seizure of the device. Keep that in mind when you're using your phone and deciding how you're using your phone and what you're saying.
It's a snitch. Okay, so this takes me back to an old TikTok that I did some months ago where it was talking about AI and AI having the ability to tap into your Wi-Fi router and actually scan and tell what's going on in a room, what, based off the dimensions, based off the size of it can tell all of that using sound waves. And just wow, that was one thing, right? It can use sound waves. It can also use I can't remember the actual term, but whatever. Let me not waste time. But how AI can actually tell what's going on in a room, what conversations are being had, the size of the person, the dimensions of the room. It can do all of that by just tapping into your Wi-Fi router. It takes me back into that mindset. It's like, they keep trying to find different ways and different names and different codes and different understandings to just get all up in your privacy. So how long you think it's going to take for that to be a thing? Not long, probably already is. So when you're having those conversations, find codes or something, hand signs. Like, I'm just trying to help. Love, peace, nah.